do our first mow with the beast. So I'm kind of anxious I've been honestly kind of excited all week just to do this because, you know, it's the first time. I don't know if it's so much anxious to see this thing fail or anxiously to see, you know, toward the notion of it being acceptable, or, you know, just my opinion of it overall. It doesn't look bad. I thought the wheels could look kind of ridiculous, but who knows, maybe it'll actually be something worthy of something. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out and mow today, and things that I really suspect are going to go wrong quickly. Again, this assembly over here, because I want to kind of show you this. This is the angle that the blade engagement goes from, and every time I pull it, it actually pulls out of the track because it's so terribly engineered. So when we get this going, I'm gonna put it together, start doing a mow, and I'm gonna try to set you up on the tripod so you get a little bit of idea how good or badly it does. So I'm gonna set it up on tripod, get ready, and we will I'm going to do this in mulch mode only, just because I don't want to dirty up the bag, and mulching is what I always do anyway, so that's my best opinion of what you should do. So let's do it.
What up, Dad? Love you. There's your dinner.
All right, so we're going to do a little review on the Turf Beast. Biggest gripe right off is this blade engagement type adapter. It doesn't line up with this. It's basically just complete garbage. You know, once you put the blade engagement down, it's designed just kind of go like this, but this is just a bad design in itself, because you have to keep pressure on this or else the whole thing just falls out of socket. But secondly, there's a little tab right here. That's a piece of plastic with tiny little screws that wants to move every time you engage, and I think those are already stripped. So terrible design right there. And right over here, the blade engagement. Absolutely stupid to run a cable at basically a 30-degree angle. Like, that's completely stupid. It should be lined up to keep it, you know, basically from breaking so easily. This isn't going to last very long. I'm going to actually have my dad make up a little piece for this to kind of help line things up. So kind of going down through here, I like the little simple on-off switch. That's a really good little feature. You know, it's easy, it's cheap, I know, but it's actually pretty effective. You know, like that's one of the better things on here. The handle is pretty nice. I like the way it's laid out. Seems going to give you a good little bounce. The self-propelled, this is something that I just learned today. I don't know how they even try to describe this as variable speed, because it's really not. But essentially, I'm just focusing on here because this is kind of like what engages the self-propelled. When you lift up on the handle, that motion right there, you can actually hear the click, I think. That little motion right there, you have to lift up on the handle, and then it pushes the self-propelled. The self-propelled is extremely fast. Normally I do like the faster gears, but with the big 10-inch wheels, I'm guessing they probably took somebody's generic worm gear drive ratio and then put it on here. But then when they put 10-inch wheels on here, things get sped up. so you're going, I'm guessing it's got to be almost 6 miles an hour just from what I'm used to. So a very fast speed self-propelled. And the thing is, I didn't like about that, although they have rear-wheel drive, which there is nothing better than wheel-wheel drive. I hate all-wheel drive, I hate front-wheel drive the most. But the rear-wheel drive is always the best way to go, I think. But when you have to do the motion of lifting up to activate this, it's also pulling pressure off the wheels. So you're actually, you know, by pushing up, you're kind of taken away from the downward pressure that is the mower. And yeah, it's kind of a failing point on that. But once you actually get on your lane while you're mowing, then it's okay. But you know, just that initial like push onto the self-propelled, you know, it just wants to do burnouts all the time. And you know, it's just a minor complaint, but that one is good. The motor was nice, cheap, you know, but it was quiet. It did the job. No great big fluctuations. One of my bigger gripes about this is, you know, they've got all these things, like it's got the blade brake choke, or blade brake clutch. It's got that, so you know, like right away it puts it in a higher bracket, you know, price bracket as far as pricing, just with that feature alone. But what they still went with a stupid primer bulb. Like, you don't put a primer on something that's supposed to be upper level, you know. Like I guess maybe some diehards prefer that. I'm all up for that. I think that Briggs automatic choke is the best choke in the business. So that is that's kind of what I prefer, just to work it. Now, I haven't actually checked up under there. This is supposed to be an electric start, and I think it's only, you take an electric extension cord, plug it in there, and then push the button, and that's the way it starts. Which, I don't know, I think it's kind of dumb. I'd prefer to have a battery just to not have to do that all the time, and just charge it up every 3 or 4 times possibly. But you know, I think that's not a major deal breaker. But mulching was, you know, I'll say at least it's, you know, good. I'm probably very good at that. It seemed to mulch. I knocked off, I actually mowed quite a bit lower than I normally do. I think I made one adjustment during the mow that I normally mow higher, but I thought it was way too low. So I did move it up, and I think I'm at the third from the highest setting. So yeah, I mean, I do have some clearance where I could have mowed more up, you know, a little higher, but that seemed to be sufficient, and it got rid of all the little white flowers, so I was okay with it. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to spray it down, hose it down, and kind of put it away again. And that's kind of my overview on the mower itself. I don't know if I should put a number or a thumbs up or whatever, but you know, if you're buying this brand new, it's going to be a thumbs down. If you're buying it second hand, you know, like this one, I would definitely be okay with paying $400 for this. And kind of, I think if you do pay $400 for it, you gotta be handy. That way you can fix a couple things, and you know, kind of know the lawnmowers a little bit, kind of like just so you can adapt to it. But if a homeowner buys this for, you know, even the $500, I think they're going to be pretty pissed that the way it's laid out. This is definitely heavy. It's a little hard to maneuver, and the self-propelled is, I would say, only for long straight yards. Like, I found myself, you know, kind of huffing a little bit more than I normally would, just because I wasn't necessarily ready for it. I thought self-propelled was going to kick in, but when you're pushing out a big mower like this, it can wear on you. So that's kind of like my wrap up on it. You know, like, build quality is okay. There's some plastic parts, like the little red mulch plug right here. This could have been way simpler, way cheaper, and, you know, way better thought out. It's a turd. It's not very good, but that's where I'm at right now.